Keep left.
Today, I am going to the wound clinic at Baptist Health in North Little Rock.
In about 12 miles, keep left onto I-30 East.
Sorry. Going to the wound center to have my right leg looked at. I'm really nervous. I had an MRI a few weeks ago, and they found osteomyelitis, which is a bone infection in my right leg. And those are traditionally very difficult to deal with without surgery and all kinds of invasive shit. But I'm on some newfangled antibiotics, and fingers crossed it kills it, but I'm afraid what they're going to say. I really, really, really don't want to do another stint in the hospital, and I really, really don't want to find myself having to recover from another surgery. And there's the very real potential that I could lose my right leg above the knee, and well, that would just be bad. That wouldn't. It would suck. See, when you've got your knees and your prosthetics are worn below the knee, you still have a fairly good range of motion in your bottom half. You can still walk with your normal gait. You can still sit and stand like you had before. You know, what you lose basically is your ankle, and although that's tough, it is not impossible to still be active and to get out and to move around in the world relatively easily, given your limbs are healthy and everything's fitting well. Without a knee, you have to have a knee in your prosthetic, and when you have a knee in your prosthetic, it changes the ball game as far as your options when it comes to walking and when it comes to moving it. I'm not saying it's not insurmountable, but what I am saying is that it is significantly more difficult. It's significantly more work. It's harder on your body, and I have no idea what it would be like to have a left leg below the knee amputation and a right leg uh, above the knee. I'm not sure how that works from a mobility standpoint. It does. It definitely can't help. So, I'm optimistic. Uh, I'm very hopeful, and I'm very happy to be going to the wound center I am at Baptist. They've got hyperbaric chambers, uh, which are really magical when it comes to infections. What they do is they put you in a tube, they seal that tube, and they pressurize it down to like 30,000 feet underwater, the same pressures, and it literally kind of pushes the infection out of you. Uh, I've never been in one, but I've seen them at other wound clinics that I've been to. I've been fighting this particular wound for over a year. It's already had surgery done on it once. Um, I believe they pulled the stitches a little fast, and it wasn't really healed and got infected. Once it got infected, it didn't heal, and I've been back and forth to a couple other wound clinics, and they were just doing real menial work to it. They weren't really aggressive with it. So I ended up where I'm at now, and hopefully this is the magic bullet. I really, really need this to be an easy fix. I need my leg to heal, and I need some time healthy. I really am trying to do the work right now. I'm watching my sugar. I'm watching what I eat. I'm paying attention to my meds and when I take them, and I'm really trying to give my body the best chance to sort of recover from the last couple of years. Because, a couple of years ago, I was in none good shape. And, I'm not saying I'm in terrific shape now. I'm in better shape, but I'm still fighting a clock that I would like to be around for some more time. And if things don't change, I don't I don't really see that being a thing. I think that I think my days are numbered if I can't get things under control and stabilize. When they told me that I might lose my knee, my first reaction was to say, that's not going to happen. I'll just go home with the infection. And, that thought still hasn't completely lost my mind or left my mind. But I will say that, if it did come down to it, I've got a daughter, I've got a family, I've got people that care about me that I care about deeply that, you know, I might not be able to be there for them the way that I have historically, but I still would like to be there at all. So I don't know. If I can sneak some video while I'm in the appointment, I will. If not, I'll record another video whenever I'm done, and we'll see how I'll update you on how it went. Well, yeah. Leaving the wound clinic, headed back home. Went about as well as it could go, and it went about as I expected it to go. I was told it was going to be an uphill battle on this leg. Lots of scarring at the wound. It's just jacked up. Doctor did what's called a debridement, which basically is where they go in and scrape out all the necrotized and scar tissue from the wound, and it is just as much pleasure as it sounds. As it sounds like. Anyway, he did that, and blood sugar's too high, my A1Cs are too high. Basically, it's fairly impossible for my body to heal right now. Um, I smoke cigarettes, and that's complicating things. Uh, so it's going to be an uphill battle. He put together what sounds like a pretty optimistic plan, but he did say that if can't get on top of it, that it could eventually lead to another amputation above the knee, and that we may already be looking at what's called a revision. And what that basically means is they cut away the area of the leg that is problematic now and revise the amputation, basically making my residual limb below the knee shorter, which I've had done on the left side already. And it does make the prosthetics a little less secure, a little less um, secure. They don't fit as well, but it would still be below the knee. And I'm sure that would be the first line of attack when it came to surgery before taking the knee. But a lot of that depends also on how far into the bone the infection has gotten. He believes I've probably got a chronic bone infection, which means it's been there for a while, which means it's in there. Um, so, long story longer, I go back in a week and we do it again, and they're going to try and convince Medicaid to allow or to pay for the hyperbaric oxygen chambers that they have to put me in. But from what he said, if I'm still smoking, then those aren't going to do just a whole lot of good, because apparently what they do is they force oxygen into your body, which makes your body more able to fight and fend off infections. So, you know, at the end of the day, a lot of this comes down to me and whether or not I do the work. You know, I'm going to have to stop smoking. I don't know how to do that. Um, he was making suggestions like finding support groups, like I'm going to NA to quit drinking. And, you know, as almost laughable as that sounds, you know, if that exists, you know, I've been in a situation like this before with the feet, and you know, that wasn't that was recovering. That was different. I just had to follow instructions to recover, and I recovered. This is healing, and I have to do the things that my body needs me to do in order to give it the tools that it needs to heal. So the bottom line is I can do what needs to be done. I can make the changes to my life and my habits that I need to change in order to give myself the best opportunity for healing. And even doing that, there's no promises or guarantees. It's a very volatile deal, apparently. But that's the control I do have. That's the things I can do. And if I choose not to do those, I lose the leg. And that's, you know, it sounds real easy. It sounds really easy to say, okay, we're going to make the changes. We're going to do the things. We're going to fix it. We're going to fix us. But if you get down to actually implementing that, it's a lot harder than you think. Also, he's basically ordered me off the leg, um, which means probably for the foreseeable future, no more gig work. I'm probably going to have to sit down my steady gig at 4 quarter, which I love. I love the people there. I love doing that gig, and it's a low impact gig. It's perfect, but it does include me climbing up on the stage and rigging up mics and putting the show together and running the audio and then breaking it all down at the end of the night, pulling a late night, a lot of steps. And, you know, I just don't know if that's something that's in the cards for me. I'm going to take a day and think about it. But I'm scheduled 2 gigs this weekend, and, you know, I really need the money, but I think I might have to pass. I think I might have to, I think I might have to step away. And every time I've ever done that in my life, for any reason, the gig's not there when I come back, and I just hope that this isn't one of those times. And I mean, it's not going to matter if I don't have a leg to come back to. I can't do the gig at all then anyway. So, anyway, I'll keep everybody updated. Thanks for watching.